What is the best thing to say to someone to subtly duck with their head? When my dad played tennis in high school, he would ask his competitors right before a match, "Do you breathe in or out when you serve?" When I was about 9, my family would go to Bob's Big Boy after church. I was in there washing my hands before we ate, as my parents always made me wash my hands before any meal. I am in the bathroom, and I was getting some hand soap, and then a toilet flushes and someone says, "I think you should remember this." And so I have, all these years. I am hoping it becomes useful later on. Mysterious toilet flusher, otherwise I would have remembered it for nothing. You still have my trust, I will carry this a little longer. Not spoken, but written. When someone parks and take up 2 or 4 parking spots, I always leave them a little note that says something along the lines of, "Hey, sorry about your truck. I drive a smaller car and thought I could park in beside you, but didn't quite make it. My buddy says you should be able to buff the scratches out with wax from AutoZone, and that the damage is less than $100, so there is no reason for me to leave my information. Good luck." I have done this a few times, and sit back to watch as some guy comes out, reads the note on his windshield, and spends 20 minutes walking around his truck or car trying to figure out where the scratch is. Nice to see you again, to someone you just met for the first time. I once met a guy 6 times before remembering him, so every time I said "nice to meet you," he would just laugh. I didn't get the joke, but I awkwardly laughed too. Then, the 6th time, I went, "Oh shit, we've done this before." He just looked at me blankly for like 15 seconds, and then went, "Oh my god, all this time you weren't joking." When you're talking to someone, you just look at their ear or slightly just past their head whilst you make conversation. I know it's not something you say, but it consistently works in making them wonder what the duck you're looking at. Meet my eye line, Jim. What would you change about yourself, apart from the obvious? That's absolutely savage. When someone calls you by the phone, answer the phone by saying, "Hello, I would like to speak with Alex." They will think you were the one who called them, and they will tell you, you called the wrong number, and then they hung up on you. A few seconds later, they will start going nuts. I wonder if that would work on telemarketers. I took a telemarketer call at my parents' house once. I had a 5-minute argument, in English, about the fact that I couldn't understand what they were trying to sell me, because they were speaking English, and I didn't speak English. My stepdad almost pissed himself laughing. You don't have to say anything. Just look at their hair or hairline a tiny bit longer than you normally would, widen your eyes slightly, then quickly glance away. Sneak a couple more quick looks during the unrelated conversation. Make it seem like you're trying not to look. If they ask you if something is wrong with their hair, say that nothing is wrong. As unconvincingly as possible. Whenever my boss Dave walks by, I always slide, "Yeah, but don't let Dave catch you doing that," into the conversation. I just wanted to let you know that everyone likes you. Don't worry. An old coworker of mine used to end most conversations with, "You know I don't care what anybody else says about you." I was at a party with a friend, and when he was just about to go upstairs with a girl, I told him, "Think about me." He came back 10 minutes later with a furious look. That's when you reply with, "I always do." Back in high school, a friend of mine commented that if you ever need to delay, just do math problems. Sometime after that I found myself in a situation that required delaying, and I tried to summon his advice, but could only think about him, standing in front of me saying, "Just do math problems. Just do math problems, dude." Tell someone, "We need to talk." Go as long as you can without seeing them to talk. Then when you see them just say, "It doesn't matter anymore. You made your choice." Give them a pat on the back, a fake smile, and walk away. This would make me pull my hair out. I was substitute teaching at an elementary school. Some random 3rd grade girl walked up to me and whispered, "Wake up daddy," and then went back to her class. My jimmies were sufficiently rustled. I had a student walk up to me, hug me, then inhaled deeply. He whispered in my ear, "You smell different when you're awake." This was at a boarding school, and I was a dorm parent. He didn't live in my dorm, but had friends in my dorm and could get in if he wanted to. Scared me for about a week. I was thinking of taking a picture of my 3-year-old, getting it digitally aged and hanging on a wall in her room. She was going to grow up looking at that picture, and when she gets older, she was going to realize that it was her, and I was going to tell her that she is a time traveler. My wife didn't let me do that. Holy shit, that's one hell of an idea. I vote do it, for science. While at a urinal, nice watch. My buddy always says, "Oh, water's cold," after he unzips in a stall, no matter how full the bathroom is. I got him back after like the 4th time he did this by saying, "On the surface maybe, but it's pretty warm at the bottom." My grandpa does this. Don't say anything. When they are around you, scrunch up your nose as if they smell. They will become extremely self-conscious. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but insecurities give emotional scars that can last a lifetime. My great grandma would say things along the lines of, "That's such a nice blouse, if you're into that sort of thing." My grandma, "You've lost weight." Me, "Thanks gran." Oh, yeah, you're a lot less fat now. I dare you, when there is no preconceived notion of any peril. "Hey man, can I get a beer?" "Sure. They are in the fridge. Go grab one." I dare you. Sorry about yesterday. Give no context. None at all. What happened yesterday? Look, I said I'm sorry, and I really don't want to talk about it. I start many conversations with, "I'm not racist, but," and then talk about things that have nothing to do with race. The look of confusion is wonderful. "I'm not racist, but, have you gone to that new park on 4th Street? My kids loved it. We went this weekend." "I'm not racist, but the weather is nice this time of year." "That's not racist." "I know, I said I'm not racist, damn Mexicans never listen." Everything everyone told me about you was true. I once said this to a manager during a disciplinary. It ducked with his head way worse than I anticipated. He was one of those managers that thought he was really popular, but was a bit of a donk. After I said that, he was second guessing himself for a good month. Really went out of his way to try to be nice afterwards too. I like to use figurative speech that don't exist, followed by, "You know what I'm saying? You can't make a fruit salad if you don't have any peaches, you know what I'm saying?" More often than not, people get really confused and just agree. A white guy in a bar in Shanghai 2 years ago randomly told me that this year would be the worst year of my life. I don't believe in that shit, but duck that guy, cause it definitely got in my head. Just put a few, sorry, no pun intended, into your chats when there was actually no pun. If they call you out on it, just say, "Really?" with a quizzical look and carry on. I would always ask my old roommate, "Have you seen our toothbrush?" God damn it. My old roommate used my toothbrush for at least a week or 2. I never noticed, until one day, I go to brush my teeth and there's a lot of dried toothpaste still on the brush. Me, "Did you use my toothbrush?" Him, "No." Me, "Are you sure about that?" Him, "Yeah, mine's the orange one." Me, "Dude, what the duck, the orange is mine." Him, "No it's not, orange is my favorite color." Me, "I hate you." Turns out he had also been letting his girlfriend use the same brush when he was done. Duck my life. Are you Ted Mosby? I wish. At least Lily is attractive. Roommate's girlfriend at the time was missing a few teeth. Anytime they need to write down a number, "Oh sorry, that's supposed to be an uppercase 7. That's certainly an interesting way to do it. No, go ahead. I want to see this. I used to know a guy that would tell people, "Nice teeth," no matter how confident they were in their teeth. It automatically made them self-conscious. They couldn't help but wonder if there was something wrong with their teeth.